Back when Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg dismissed Donald Trump's indictment last year and prosecutor Mark Pomerantz resigned in protest, it raised serious questions. Bragg often goes out of his way to criticize Trump, if only to avoid another vote in Trump-hating Manhattan. But why did Bragg refuse to follow the Pomerantz case? Does Bragg really think that's weak, or is Bragg afraid of being the first to expose Trump? 10 months later, Bragg is finally presenting a criminal case against Donald Trump to a grand jury for impeachment, as Pomerantz publishes a book about the criminal case Bragg initially refused to bring against Trump. This raises an important new question. The timing can't be a coincidence, right? So Pomerantz wrote this book a while ago and sat on it until he learned that Bragg was finally impersonating Trump, so could Pomerantz take advantage of the hype surrounding the alleged act? Or did Bragg decide to criticize Trump at the time because he realized that Pomerantz publishing would make Bragg look bad? It is not important to know which of these two situations is correct. But with Pomerantz now doing promotional interviews about the book, any reporter interviewing him should start by directly asking him to explain the timing of his book. If Pomerantz can give an honest answer about his motives for publishing this book at this time, then the statements Pomerantz makes in his book can also be considered as trustworthy. If Pomerantz's response to his motivation for this book is a bunch of BS, then the content of his book should be treated as BS. Unfortunately, the media executives who interview Pomerantz will not ask him that question, because the truth is that they are also investing in their own books, and they are not warning the public. Caution in all aspects of politics. And political analysis these days is based on everyone trying to prepare himself for a book deal. After all, a well-executed political book deal can be worth millions of dollars. But instead of asking Pomerantz why his book is coming out at the same time as Bragg's revelations that he is impeaching Trump through a grand jury, the media is taking a different approach, and one I should have seen coming. When people in the media and the pundit class aren't busy selling books, they're doing something else that drives the industry, pushing doomsday hysteria to boost ratings. Several leading commentators on MSNBC have speculated that Pomerantz's book will undermine the Manhattan DA's ongoing criminal case against Trump. To be clear, Trump's lawyers will be looking at Pomerantz's document as soon as it comes out, hoping that Pomerantz has added what they can to convince a judge or jury to drop charges. The body. While it's still a legal risk, you have to believe that Pomerantz, even if his motivation for writing this book was really a financial one, is smart enough to give Trump that kind of magic without a reason. Unlike the media and pundits, where almost everything will be determined by the wave of magic in one way or another, in fact, magic does not exist. This is the reason why almost nothing in politics is predicted by the media and experts. It's not that the media and the pundit class are a bunch of ignorant idiots. It's just that they know better than doomsday is good for announcements. So of course their response to Pomerantz's book is not to do their job to find out why it's being published now, but to create a doomsday scenario in which the book frees Trump. Keep in mind that mainstream media and the pundit class have spent time insisting that Donald Trump is not under criminal investigation. Then, when it emerged that he had been under investigation for some time, the media began insisting that none of these investigations would lead to charges. And now that it is clear that Trump will be charged in 3 different areas, the media is predicting why those charges will not lead to a conviction. But since they have erred, intentionally, until now, why do they believe now? Donald Trump will be criminally indicted on 3 separate charges. He will be convicted at trial for most or all of them. He is going to jail. This is often the obvious result. Everything else is just a class of media and pundits trying to scare you into staying glued to your screen. Pomerantz's book won't magically free Trump. Things are not quite magical.